Today he's here with Steve Knightley because the two of them are hoping to get us all thinking about World War I. It's the 100th anniversary coming up, and together they're releasing an album of poetry and music.
There shall be in that rich earth a richer dust concealed, a dust whom England bore, shaped, made aware, gave once her flowers to love, her ways to roam, a body of England's breathing English air.
Well, you can feel just how emotional all of that was. What was it like to be involved in this, Jim, and to do this?
It was tremendous. You know, obviously there's a lot of stuff about the First World War at the moment, and to our generation, or my generation, Rupert Brooke, Siegfried Sassoon, Wilfred Owen is familiar, but maybe the younger generation don't know about this. And Steve, who's an old, I've known Steve for 35 years, and he came out of the blue and approached me and said, with his band and with Imelda, my wife, would we want to do this as a celebration of the art and the poetry, you know, and the emotion that came out of the First World War.
So you're obviously doing the music side then, Steve.
I thought it was nice to feel and hear that combination. Those beautiful words, fantastically spoken by Jim there, and then you have a track to them, a soundtrack.
Yeah, well, Jim recited them without any backing track at Abbey Road, and they sent them to us down in Devon. And we had to find instruments that were played at the time and songs and music that was known at the time.
Like what? What sort
like
of?
When This Bloody War Is Over, Keep the Home Fires Burning,
Yeah.
Roses of Picardy. But
And
the
what would
problem
your
is a lot of,
instruments be?
well, octave mandolin, concertina, melodeon, fiddles, banjos, double bass. So all instruments that were heard at that time, you know.
Is it quite hard to marry the music? So I remember the
was.
poems are very sombre, very dark, very poignant. The music, some of it was quite jolly,
It's very
wasn't
knees-up
it?
and very
Yeah.
frothy, but by making it almost as if it's a remembered chorus from a distance, slowing it down, and the way we
did
thought...
a wonderful version of It's a Long Way to Tipperary,
Yeah.
which we think of as quite a jointed
Yes.
tune, and you did it really slow down and
Yeah,
bluesy.
beatbox, beatbox harmonica,
You know.
and the explosive sound is almost like the soundtrack. So by thinking of the poems as short films with the music as the backing music, we suddenly had the marriage of the two. But sometimes there was a mismatch and we'd try something else. And then suddenly in the studio there'd be a moment where hearts would stop and people would just look at each other, and you got these lovely voices with this real
So did
music.
you immediately think of Jim when this project came up? Could you hear him and think,
Well,
oh,
we
he's
knew
the
that some
perfect
actors were
voice?
being sought, and I said, look, before you choose anybody, go away.
Because that's our resident fly. He likes to come and say hello.
I said to Jim, I phoned him up, we hadn't spoken for about 10 years, and he sent me a Sassoon poem on his iPhone.
He asked me to do it down the phone. I didn't know how to do it,
He
so he
said,
had
"Does
to
this work?"
tell me how to do it on the phone. So I recorded one on the phone and sent it to Steve, and that was the kind of the basis.
That was the demo. We took that version, put it to some music, and sent it to the people commissioning at Universal, and they just went, yes, this is a great combination.
And you could feel the emotion of all of that. Does it get you thinking? Does it make you think about the conflict, the tone to play about the conflict? There is a danger, of course, we can romanticise all of this. And we still have conflict all around us today.
It makes you think, Eamon, how little the world has changed, really, in some respects, you know. Because, I mean, the clip you played was from Rupert Brooks, The Soldier. Some of these poems are really dark, you know, and really show the horror of war. I mean, in a very graphic way. And it's not
others
bad.
are black humour, aren't they?
And some of them are funny, you know.
I think you get the essence of the soldier's experience in all the different types of poem.
And then we look at what's happening in the world now and we go, whoa, what is
and the experience from a woman's point of view, your very good wife, Imelda Staunton, she was in here a few weeks ago, we were talking to her, but obviously she joined you in this project, and here she is reciting The Call by Jessie Pope.
Who'll earn the Empire's thanks? Will you, my laddie? Who'll swell the victor's ranks? Will you, my laddie? When that procession comes, banners and rolling drums, who'll stand and bite his thumbs? Will you, my laddie?
And is this when's the last time you two worked together? So were you happy to collaborate on this project?
Oh, it was lovely to work together. We don't get many opportunities to work together. Because we got a daughter when she was young, it didn't work if we were both out of the house at the same time. I guess Cranford was probably the last time we worked together. She was Miss Pole and I was Captain Brown. That was a treat. So to work together just down the road at Abbey Road Studios, pretending we were the Beatles, with an old mate,
We actually walked across the zebra crossing. We did that.
Yeah, you walked
Did you do
across
the
the zebra
picture?
There's a
crossing.
queue of people waiting to walk across the
Yeah,
zebra
you've got to
crossing.
do that.
Yeah, so it was great. And you see, Imelda would direct me while I was recording my... She'd give me hints about, oh, Jim,
and
boring.
did you take them?
Yeah, very well, yeah. We're a good working
Did
team.
you?
Guys, I tell you what, if I was a student again, if I was at secondary school or I was doing a degree or whatever it is, I would want this album because it would bring a lot of that poetry to life in the atmosphere and the time. It's a great work. It's centenary words and music of the Great War. Jim, Imelda, of course, as well, and Steve, thank you very much.
Isn't that out on Monday the 30th?
It's Monday
June,
week.
Isn't it? Monday week, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you both
look,
very much.
Thank you.